Transform your trash into treasure. Creative garden decor ideas. Welcome to Earthly Delights, where your garden and indoor plants become a masterpiece of creativity and sustainability. Hey there, plant lovers and DIY enthusiasts. If you're someone who finds joy in nurturing greenery, if you love the idea of transforming your home and garden into a lush, thriving paradise, or if you simply enjoy giving new life to old, forgotten items, then this video is made just for you. We know that being a plant parent isn't just about watering and sunlight, it's a lifestyle. You take pride in every new sprout, celebrate every bloom, and find peace in the quiet moments spent tending to your little green world. But what if we told you that you could take your passion to the next level? Today, we're diving into something exciting, turning everyday trash into stunning garden treasures. That's right, what if that broken chair, those old tires, or even shattered ceramics sitting in the corner of your garage could become the highlight of your indoor or outdoor garden? In this video, we'll explore 20 mind-blowing ways to upcycle and repurpose common household waste into creative garden decor, all while keeping things sustainable, budget-friendly, and bursting with personality. Get ready to see your space transform like never before. So, if you've ever thought about making your garden more unique, if you love the thrill of a good DIY project, or if you simply hate seeing things go to waste, stick with me till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single idea. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more incredible gardening and upcycling ideas from Earthly Delights. Now, let's get creative and give new life to the things we once thought were useless. 1. Breathing new life into everyday discards. Have you ever looked at an old, worn-out object and thought, "This is trash"? Well, think again, because today, we're taking what most people would throw away and turning it into one-of-a-kind garden decor. Let's start with something you might already have lying around: old tires. Instead of tossing them, imagine stacking them, painting them in bright, cheerful colors, and transforming them into a vertical garden masterpiece. Whether you plant cascading flowers, lush ferns, or even fresh herbs, these repurposed tires bring both beauty and function to your space. Plus, they're perfect for small gardens or balconies where space is limited. Now, let's talk about something almost every household has experienced: broken ceramics. That plate you accidentally dropped? Those chipped tiles from your last home renovation? Don't throw them away just yet. With a little creativity, they can become a breathtaking mosaic walkway. Picture this: a garden path that glistens under the sunlight, each shattered piece carefully arranged to tell a new story. The beauty of this technique is that no two paths are ever the same, making it a unique and deeply personal addition to any garden. And what about those empty metal cans? Before you send them off for recycling, consider upcycling them into charming hanging planters. A touch of paint, some sturdy rope, and voila! You have a whimsical, vertical garden that's perfect for ferns, succulents, or even trailing ivy. These planters are ideal for small spaces and add a delightful touch of greenery to patios, balconies, and even kitchen windows. As you can see, creativity knows no limits when it comes to gardening. With just a little imagination, the things you once saw as trash can become the most eye-catching features in your garden. And the best part? You're not just decorating, you're giving new life to materials that would otherwise go to waste. But don't go anywhere just yet, because we're only getting started. Up next, we're taking things to the next level with stunning wooden transformations that will completely change the way you see discarded furniture. Stay with me. Your garden is about to get even more magical. 2. Turning old wood into stunning garden features. If you've ever looked at a pile of discarded wood and thought it was just a mess waiting to be cleaned up, think again. Wood has a timeless charm. And with a little creativity, those forgotten planks, broken furniture pieces, and abandoned pallets can become some of the most beautiful and functional additions to your garden. Let's start with one of the easiest and most rewarding transformations: wooden pallets. You've probably seen them stacked behind stores or left out on sidewalks. But did you know they make incredible vertical gardens? With just a little mounting, a few nails, and some soil pockets, you can turn an old pallet into a living wall of lush greenery. Imagine stepping outside and seeing vibrant herbs, succulents, or colorful flowers cascading from a rustic wooden frame. It's not just a space-saving solution. It's a statement piece that instantly breathes life into any dull corner. And if you happen to have an old wooden ladder that's seen better days, don't throw it away just yet. A simple coat of paint or wood stain, and suddenly, it becomes a stunning tiered plant stand. Each rung can hold a variety of potted plants, creating an eye-catching display with depth and character. From ferns and vines spilling over the edges to a collection of fragrant herbs within easy reach. This upcycled ladder adds height and dimension to any garden, patio, or balcony. But let's take it even further. What if I told you that an old wooden drawer, yes, the one from that dresser you were thinking of tossing, could be transformed into a raised garden bed? All it takes is a little waterproof lining, some rich soil, and your favorite plants. Whether you choose vibrant flowers, fresh lettuce, or even a mix of culinary herbs, these compact raised beds are perfect for small spaces and add a charming, vintage touch to your outdoor or indoor garden. Wood is one of the most versatile materials you can work with. And the best part? It naturally weathers into a rustic, aged beauty over time, making your garden look even more cozy and inviting. Each piece tells a story, one of renewal, creativity, and sustainability. And we're just getting started. Up next, we're shifting gears and exploring how glass and metal, two materials often overlooked, can become some of the most dazzling highlights in your garden. Stay with me, because the next transformation might just surprise you. 3. Giving new purpose to glass and metal. Now, let's talk about two materials that often end up in the recycling bin, glass and metal. They may seem like the last things you'd associate with gardening, but with a little imagination, they can add a touch of elegance, structure, and even whimsy to your outdoor space. Take old wine bottles, for example. Instead of tossing them, imagine them repurposed as a stunning garden border. Picture a row of colorful bottles, partially buried upside down, catching the sunlight and creating a glowing, jewel-toned outline around flower beds or pathways. The way the light filters through the glass brings a magical, almost ethereal quality to your garden, especially in the golden hours of the day. It's simple, sustainable, and absolutely breathtaking. And if you have an old bicycle wheel collecting dust in the garage, it's time to bring it back to life as a one-of-a-kind plant trellis. The circular frame and intricate spokes create the perfect support for climbing vines, delicate flowers, or even vegetables like peas and beans, mounted on a wall or nestled among your garden beds. This repurposed wheel seamlessly blends mechanical history with organic beauty, making it both practical and artistic. But perhaps one of the most sophisticated transformations comes from copper pipes. Their warm, rustic tones already have an elegant charm, but when shaped into hanging geometric planters, they take on a whole new life. Suspended against a backdrop of lush greenery, these minimalist designs provide a stunning contrast between industrial aesthetics and the soft, natural forms of trailing plants. Whether indoors or outdoors, these floating masterpieces make a statement while keeping things light and airy. Glass and metal might not be the first things that come to mind when you think of gardening, but that's what makes them so exciting to work with. They add unexpected beauty, structure, and even a sense of movement to your space. And best of all, you're giving these materials a second chance, keeping them out of landfills while creating something truly special. But don't go anywhere just yet, because next, we're diving into something even more unexpected: how everyday objects like old boots, teacups, and even wheelbarrows can become some of the most charming planters in your garden. You won't want to miss this. 4. Unexpected garden containers. Now, let's have some fun, because sometimes, the best garden decor isn't just about structure or practicality, it's about whimsy, charm, and a little bit of personality. And what better way to do that than by repurposing everyday objects into unexpected, eye-catching planters? Imagine walking through a garden where instead of traditional pots, you see vintage teacups overflowing with tiny succulents. The contrast between the delicate porcelain patterns and the rugged beauty of the plants creates something truly special. It's a nod to nostalgia, a tiny pocket of greenery that feels almost like a secret treasure tucked away on a shelf or windowsill. Whether indoors or out, these little cups of life add a touch of elegance and warmth to any space. And then, there are old boots. Yes, those worn-out leather or rubber boots that have seen better days. But instead of tossing them, why not let them take on a new life as quirky plant containers? Picture them lined up along a garden path, filled with vibrant flowers spilling over the tops, each one telling its own story through the scuffs and creases of its past life. It's rustic, it's unexpected, and it brings an element of surprise to your garden. But if you really want to take it to the next level, let's talk about something truly transformative: a wheelbarrow garden fountain. Maybe you have an old, rusted wheelbarrow sitting in a corner, forgotten and unused. With a little creativity, it can be turned into a breathtaking water feature. Imagine water gently cascading down its worn frame, surrounded by lush greenery and smooth river stones, creating a serene focal point that tells a story of renewal. It's the perfect blend of past and present, giving new purpose to something once considered useless. These unexpected planters remind us that gardening is about more than just growing plants. It's about creating an experience, telling a story, and infusing your space with personality. Each piece you repurpose brings a new chapter to your garden's journey, making it feel even more like a reflection of you. And if you think these ideas are exciting, just wait until you see what's next. Because we're about to step into some of the most practical and innovative upcycling ideas yet. Ways to make your garden not just beautiful, but also more functional and efficient. Stay with me, because this next transformation might just change the way you garden forever. 5. Upcycling for function and beauty. So far, we've explored how creativity can turn the unexpected into the extraordinary. But what if I told you that upcycling isn't just about decoration? It can also revolutionize the way you garden. That's right. Some of the best transformations aren't just about looks. They're about making your garden more efficient, practical, and productive while keeping things stylish. Let's start with something that's as simple as it is genius: a hanging herb garden made from a shoe organizer. You've probably seen those fabric pocket organizers meant for closets. But did you know they make an incredibly space-saving vertical garden? Just hang one against a sunny wall, fill each pocket with soil, and plant your favorite herbs: basil, mint, rosemary, thyme. They all thrive in this compact setup. And the best part? They're right at your fingertips whenever you need to add fresh flavors to your cooking. Now, let's take something that most people would consider completely useless, broken mirrors, and turn it into a mesmerizing garden art piece. Carefully arranged in different shapes, these shattered fragments catch the sunlight, reflect the surrounding greenery, and create a magical, almost dreamlike effect in your garden. It's more than just recycling. It's using light and space to add depth and dimension in ways you might not have thought possible. But if we're talking about making a garden both functional and eco-friendly, there's one transformation that stands out: mini greenhouses made from plastic bottles. Instead of throwing them away, cut and reshape clear plastic bottles into protective domes for seedlings. These little greenhouses trap heat and moisture, giving your plants the perfect environment to grow strong, especially in cooler months. It's a simple yet powerful way to repurpose waste while nurturing new life. Every one of these ideas proves that gardening isn't just about plants, it's about innovation, sustainability, and making the most of what we have. Whether it's turning a forgotten organizer into a thriving herb wall, transforming broken glass into dazzling art, or giving plastic waste a second life as a plant protector, each of these projects helps create a garden that's not just beautiful, but also smarter and more sustainable. And the journey doesn't stop here. Because up next, we're diving into something that's at the heart of every thriving garden: how to use upcycled materials to improve your soil, reduce waste, and create a truly self-sustaining ecosystem. Trust me, this is where things get really exciting. 6. Building garden structures from recycled materials. If you've ever dreamed of a garden that thrives effortlessly, one that practically takes care of itself while staying lush, green, and full of life, then you're going to love what's next. Because today, we're not just talking about decoration, we're talking about the foundation of a healthy, sustainable garden. And it all starts with one of the most overlooked yet essential elements of gardening: composting. Imagine turning your kitchen scraps, fallen leaves, and garden waste into rich, nutrient-dense soil, without spending a dime on fertilizers. The secret? A compost bin made entirely from repurposed wooden pallets. These discarded wooden frames, often seen as junk, can be transformed into a structured, breathable composting system that keeps waste out of landfills while feeding your plants naturally. It's low cost, eco-friendly, and one of the best ways to close the loop on sustainability. But let's not stop at the soil. A garden is also about movement, pathways, and creating a flow between different areas. And that's where reclaimed concrete fragments come in. Instead of sending them to the dump, why not repurpose them into a one-of-a-kind garden walkway? Carefully arrange. These irregularly shaped pieces create a rustic, artistic pathway that not only reduces waste but also adds character and texture to your outdoor space. It's a perfect example of how imperfection can be beautiful. And if you're looking for something truly unique, let's talk about rusty, abandoned garden tools. Those old shovels, rakes, and metal scraps collecting dust in the garage? They don't have to be thrown away. Instead, they can be welded and arranged into striking sculptural installations. Imagine walking through your garden and seeing a rustic metal archway covered in climbing plants. Or a collection of repurposed tools assembled into a centerpiece that tells a story of the past while blending seamlessly with the present. It's a way to honor the history of gardening while giving new life to forgotten materials. Every one of these ideas proves that waste is just a resource waiting for a second chance. Whether it's composting for healthier plants, using salvaged materials to create a stunning pathway, or turning discarded tools into art, these transformations make your garden not just a place of beauty, but a true reflection of creativity and sustainability. And now, we're almost at the finish line. But before we wrap up, there's one last category of upcycling magic left to explore. A way to bring movement, sound, and even a little bit of music into your garden. Stay with me, because the final transformation is something you absolutely won't want to miss. The grand finale, a garden filled with creativity. And just like that, we've reached the end of this incredible journey through creativity, sustainability, and transformation. Who knew that what many consider trash could be turned into stunning, practical, and truly unique garden treasures? From breathing new life into old tires and broken ceramics to crafting beautiful pathways and sculptures from discarded materials, we've seen just how limitless gardening can be when paired with a little imagination. Every upcycled piece in your garden tells a story, not just about the plants you grow, but about resourcefulness, creativity, and the joy of giving new purpose to forgotten things. But now, the real question is, which idea inspired you the most? Are you ready to turn an old ladder into a tiered plant stand? Maybe you're already eyeing those empty wine bottles, thinking of how they'll catch the sunlight in your garden border. Or perhaps you're excited to create your very own mini greenhouse out of plastic bottles. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know which project you're excited to try first. And if this video sparked your creativity, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Earthly Delights for more gardening inspiration, DIY projects, and upcycling magic. We're just getting started, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Until next time, keep planting, keep creating, and keep turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. Your garden is your canvas, and you are the artist. See you in the next video.